And now, Rebecca, if you will.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me here today. A lot of people ask me, I'm 27 years old, and I am about this deep in politics right now in my life. And a lot of people ask me, what is wrong up here to be that deep in politics? But I've been in politics my whole life. I'll be 28 this year. This will be my 20th year involved in politics, all because I came from a political family. My dad was a municipal councillor, and at 8, I went on the road with him, going door to door, knocking, getting bitten by dogs in our rural riding, and doing get out the vote calls for him. And that was our dining room table. Actually, in grade 1, when I did show and tell, I talked about the Meech Lake Accord. And they had my parents in for a meeting and said, you have to socialize this child. But I loved it. I knew that, premiers would call our house to get, to talk to my dad about stuff, and they were just all people to me. And that's what politics was. It was people helping people, and it made me passionate about it. Now, why am I a candidate now? Well, I noticed that people around me as I got older didn't have the same ideas about politics. They sort of detested them in a big way. And I thought, wait a minute, this is not what I know. And then I looked at it and I said, wow, this is not what I know at all. I need to get up, I need to stand up, I need to make a change from the inside out. So like I said, I quit my job in marketing to work for the Green Party. It's not something you do to get rich, ask my husband. But I wanted to get inside of it. I wanted to change things. I wanted to spread my philosophy on policy. And I always tell candidates the exact same thing. If you don't love your community and want it to change, you're in the wrong field. So I spend a lot of time recruiting youth candidates and women candidates, and it really fulfills me. And what I've noticed is that youth, especially youth, which I don't have to tell you, don't show up to vote, and they don't see the need to. And a lot of people say, youth they're apathetic. They're not apathetic. I go to youth and I talk about domestic violence and social justice issues, and they care about issues and they know about issues. But there's not that correlation between what politics can do to make it better. So I decided to get up and do it, and not have to just complain anymore, but to change things. And I decided to run for the Green Party because I don't ever have to toe a party line. And I'm a rather stubborn person, so it's probably a really good thing, or I'd be an independent really fast. So I'll tell you a little bit more about the Green Party as well. We have 3 major policy issues in this election: a smart economy, strong communities, and true democracy. We believe a smart economy is a resilient economy. So we do things like eliminate perverse corporate subsidies. We roll back corporate tax rates so that Canada remains competitive on the world stage, but we can maintain our tax revenue to invest in pensions, to invest in healthcare, and create a national pharmacare plan, which makes Canada a more attractive place to bring jobs. On the strong communities front, I'm the poverty elimination critic, and I'm proud to say we have a federal poverty elimination strategy with timelines and targets to make sure that successive governments have to work to eliminate poverty, especially child poverty in this country. We talk about affordable housing, investments in affordable housing so that supply is no longer an issue by 2019. We talk about Universal Child Program, strengthening GIS and CPP, strengthening EI, and developing a guaranteed livable income for people living with disabilities in Canada. And I always get the question, especially in high school debates, which are my favorite debates, why don't promises come true? Why do these things take so long? And it's about accountability and it's about cooperation, and that's what our true democracy approach is about. We have to get back to the days where all the parties worked together on legislation and everyone governed. And that's what we're here to do as far as the true democracy approach is. So I'm going to ask you to think again about the Green Party. There's a lot of misconceptions. I've probably heard them all by now. But we're about more than just the environment. So thank you very much, and thank you for being educators.
And thank you for being on time.